What's up, guys? We're back. It's React and Draw, talking about the hot topics that's coming on the interwebs, the internets. Remember, that's how people used to say Remember the World Wide Web? That used to be a big thing. People used to call it the World Wide Web, and that's what the WWW stands for. We just forgot about it in the
Hold on, my
the
bad.
fog of time.
Okay, now y'all can hear me. Sorry, it was a little confusion here. Yeah, we're good. Yes, World Wide Web. That was
Yeah,
it.
so we were just talking about how the internet, we used to call it the World Wide Web back in the day. Oh, you were muted? Who was muted?
No. My mic, something was mic. What the? Hold on. What is going on with Nightbot? Oh, sorry guys, I gotta change that. I don't know why Nightbot. Why does Nightbot have a problem with caps? I don't care about caps. Yo, stop trying to Mark Zuckerberg me, Nightbot. Like, let my peoples live, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't. JVP, the chat says he doesn't like Italians. The bot in the chat. What's going on, man?
I don't
So,
know.
I
Don't
don't know.
worry. I'm a reprimand the bot. Like after, I might give him a stern talk to him or her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it identifies as. I'm gonna have to ask him.
Maybe there's like a big, like, I don't know, movement of people who are like triggered by big letters or something that they put it into all the moderation bots. Like,
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's like, like some people can't stand loud clapping. Like you have those videos where people say they can't have a lot of clapping, so they use the spirit fingers or something. Maybe like all large letters to say something is like gets people crazy and stuff.
I
Like they're
guess.
yelling at them. Stop yelling at me in chat with big letters.
You know what that
I guess
reminds
that's
me
what that
of?
means.
Do you
What?
remember that old? It's gonna be a couple years old. That old. I don't even know what it was. It just looked like to me like it was like a SJW convention, and they were trying to do speeches, and like one person was like, "Hey, I would just ask that you like identify people correctly because that's like disruptive." And then like people started clapping, and the next guy came out was like, guys, I have sensory overload, so I ask that you stop clapping. You don't remember that shit? I had to
Yeah, I
find.
remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of similar to what I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah. It's just
So
like
maybe
that.
that's like the same thing. Like anyway, aside from all that.
Right. uh
Yeah,
oh,
our topics today. We're talking about The Sound of Freedom, the new film that came out, the Jim Caviezel movie,
yeah.
where he's plays an ex was it Homeland Security guy,
Right.
and he decides to leave his job to go international to fight the PDF files
Right.
that do bad things overseas. And this film appears to have defeated Indiana Jones and the Flash on the 4th of July. Now I think this movie is in less screens than Indiana Jones. So I'm not sure if it outright beat it. I think it might have on the 4th of July.
I mean,
Overall, I'm not sure. Like
so
overall totals, I'm not sure because Indiana Jones is just in more theaters, and by sheer, I guess, numbers, maybe it defeats the Sound of Freedom. We'll have to look at the article to find out.
I could give you
But
my
even
personal
so,
account.
what was that?
I could give you my personal account of it when I try to search for this thing because I tried to see the movie
Oh, what
on
Sound of
July,
Freedom?
yeah, on July 4th. But before I go on, Dante, everything seems to be okay because I'm opening up a page. This article you're looking at is off the base computer, so thank you for the
Yeah.
help. By the way, Dante, everyone, shout out to Dante Crisis. He is tech support for all your gaming and PC needs.
Yeah. That is, unless the stream explodes in the middle, then Dante Crisis will not be held liable and will not take credit for the stream. And that would be fair. So, yeah, so even if it was like a per theater average it beat, or whether it beat it outright, it's still a success because this film is not a major league IP that is promoted by a major studio by like Disney. that's pushed out everywhere. There's no ads for this, like multiple zillions of ads in the subway, on the whatever, in the bus stop, and
Yeah, I haven't seen
and
anything.
YouTube, and shoved down your throat for like 7 months in advance.
I didn't even know about it at all until my girl was like, "Hey, did you see the trailer for this?" I said, no. And then I like watched it, and she's like, "Yo, let's go watch it." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I don't know if Brina had some questions. So basically, the movie is about. Oh, wait, did you say it before? It's about. Yeah, you did. You gave it the premise of the movie. My bad. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically a soldier. Well, I guess he's an ex federal agent
Mhm.
who goes international to go fight he's like, what can you say on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? These people messing with the kids. Let's
Yeah,
just put it that
those
way.
guys. Yes.
You
The
know,
the
the Chris Hansen subjects overseas.
right people with the traffic. Yeah.
Right. People who traffic the youth.
Right.
He's going out there because it's more of a fulfilling mission for him and his faith to go do that and save the kids, and it's very relevant right now, especially with like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Right.
That's a big topic, and it's not really addressed in movies and stuff. So I'm thinking that's why it got a lot of attention, because it's like when you have a market that's being underserved or something, and you have the entire real estate because no one else is going to cover it, then you run the show. Like, so maybe people will look at this. I'm thinking like the industry is looking at this saying, how does this happen? We and people like, us, people in the chat, people in this sector of whatever, the interwebs,
Right.
that are like more tuned to what's going on in media,
Yeah.
have a better idea of why this happened, because you have
Yeah.
properties that are they are popular global franchises, Indiana
Mm-hmm.
Jones, The Flash, but they're subverting the expectations
Yes.
of their fan base. You know, Indiana Jones is basically, I don't know, from what I'm hearing, because I haven't seen the film, to be fair,
Right.
that he's kind of like the co-lead sidekick in his own franchise or something. And there's some like, and like the Flash is, it has things you want to see, things maybe you don't want to see, like Ezra Miller and things like that,
Right.
and it's like coming off of like previous like critical or audience failure. So like the Flash is coming off of the back of like the DC cinematic universe, which has been spotty at best in terms of quality.
So it's
Indiana Jones is coming off the back of the Crystal Skull,
which I
which
heard
even
wasn't that
though,
great. I didn't see it.
yeah, even though it made money, it was sort of like they kind of robbed people, because new Indiana Jones, that's fantastic, and then you just pay to watch it, and like they got their dirty money
Right.
because it wasn't really that good, but it was a technical hit, so they're gonna make another one, but people are not gonna fall for the same trick twice. Meanwhile, you have a film like The Sound of Freedom, right? Which I guess has no former pedigree, legacy. It's not an IP, but the subject matter, I guess, is something that is, it's sort of like a, I don't know what to say, like a wish fulfillment, like a heroic,
Right. Yes.
and it's a true story.
Right.
So it's like it's like inspiring people
Also,
to take
in
in, to be more knowledgeable about the trafficking situation with the kids.
this also might have got money because of the frustration that some parents are feeling in the school system. We all know about that already.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That might
political tension. Yeah, there's like a lot of political tension going on right now,
right.
where a lot of the stuff that happens to kids and is being swept under the rug.
Right.
Like, I mean, like if you look at the whatever you read, like any newspaper across the country, there's always like some teacher messing
Yeah.
with the students and stuff. And it's like almost like just a routine thing. Oh, the teacher did this and we fired them, or they were on leave, and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, all they ever do is ever talk about is the church, like the Catholic Church.
Right.
That they'll make 400 movies about, but they'll never make a movie about the school system or something where like this is a pervasive problem and there has to be an investigation, and there has to be more stricter guidelines and all this. So there's kind of like this political rift of like in the country, and it's just another hot potato. But with controversy comes opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it gets people talking.
Yeah.
Neto is in the chat. What's up?
Oh, hold on. We have the new celebrity in the house. Led. His book just got funded. As
Oh,
as of I think it was Sunday, maybe. And my bad, Led. I meant to congratulate you in text. I just been my brain is rattled.
congratulations to Neto and his book for getting funded. It's a comic book. What is the name of the book?
Unlimited Ink. Hold on. Let's see if I could bring that back up or something. I could probably
Yeah,
search it on here. Let me use the power of the internet that Dante has granted me with. Hold on. Let me.
the power of Google, the power of Bing.
Right.
Bing, 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 bong, bong, bing. When Trump was saying that. Anyway, right. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. You know.
I mean, I'm good.
Now there was
So,
a yeah
no, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah about the Sound of Freedom, right? That was kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a lot of Now Yahoo, they called it a faith-based film in another article,
Yeah.
and I saw an interview where Jim Caviezel says he does not like the term faith-based.
Right.
He doesn't like the term because he thinks like it's sort of like, oh, faith based is like a brand where it's like, it's like if you're a Christian and your audience is a Christian, it's trying to guilt Christians to watching the movie because they're a Christian.
Okay. You're okay.
That's how he feels about it. Like he's like, oh, watch my movie because it's Christian, and it doesn't matter like what the quality is like or like whatever. That's why he doesn't like it.
Right.
Like, just don't watch it because of that. Watch it because it's a good movie, and watch it because it has the messages. But it's not like, and plus, he probably wants it to get to a wider audience
Yeah.
than just
Exactly.
the faith based film community. Or
Why is this not coming up? Hold on. I don't know why. Because it comes up for me when I search it on my phone. Sorry. I was trying to find Led's. Kickstarter don't have a search function. Oh, it's right here.
Hey, good luck. Unlimited ink.
Bro, are y'all serious? Y'all ain't got no. Jesus Christ. What do you mean you can't find any projects? It exists. They got a whack ass search function. I don't know. I'll try to find it on my iPad later.
Sure. Like, well, shout out to Led for getting his book funded, even through the dubious search functions on this site.
Right.
That's the thing too. Sometimes when people try to crowdfund things, it doesn't pop up. If you're lucky to get that project of the day wherever there's like a Kickstarter or something, you're gonna do much well than just you in like bare search.
Right.
That's what I've seen when watching these things.
Okay, you know what? Let's take his name out. There it is. Wait, no, that's not even it. Why is my iPad finding it? Anyway, here's the iPad. Screw it. Because this is not making any sense. Let me.
So.
Hello. Okay, so on Tuesday, that was the 4th of July, right? I was like, I was off. My girl was off. I'm like, yo, let me go check it out. Bro, in my movie theater, I looked. They had 30% off until 3 p.m. No seats
Woo.
for Sound of Freedom, bro. No seats. Now, okay, I'm using hyperbole. There were seats, but there's seats you don't want. I'm talking about like there's one here, there's one back there, there's one, and then
Oh, I
like
hate those. The one in the front where you got to be looking at one of these. You got to be having a chair like mine that like go all the way back.
yeah, you
Chairs do go
stand
all the
at
way back nowadays, though. Like in the big theaters, you press the button and it like, but still, like you still don't want to be in the front, like
no.
the front aisle, like
Well, it's man frustrating. Like who wants to deal
you,
with
you
that
come
crap?
in with your friends and you're like one on one end and one dude's in the back, one dude's in the front, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Sorry, Led. I know we're switching around topics, but yeah, Unlimited Ink. Here's his.
Oh
Here's
wow,
his.
it's good dough. Look at that.
There you go. Boom. Funded.
Look at that.
I did get a copy, so I will patiently await. I will patiently await my copy, Led. Thank you. Can't wait to read it. Yeah, so yeah, once again, congrats to Led, man. Another successful indie comic book because we need some out here because we still don't know what the rest of the comic industry is doing. They
Big
doing
facts.
they doing a lot of nothing.
So okay,
All right, so
so
yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so the seats, like they had like some in the first row, and the rest of it was just taken up. I'm talking about all times, all times. And then I looked at Indiana Jones. Oh, we could see some Indiana Jones. Yup, we can see some Indiana Jones. I could have walked in there and seen that with all kind of seats available, bro. And I before I even looked up the numbers, I said to myself, "What the heck is going on? How the heck is this movie Sound of Freedom, bro?" Like, literally saw the trailer last week, beating Indiana Jones' butt, bro.
I also think that there's a grassroots campaign around the film
Okay.
that they're reaching a lot of the church groups,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they're like encouraging people to go see it, like the church groups to watch it. And they had some kind of program where, because I saw on YouTube, Jim Caviezel and the producer of the film were on, and they were talking about some kind of program where you could buy tickets for other people
Oh, okay.
as part of like a promotion. So that's like a grassroots campaign to get this film stacked to the brim with people in a theater, and that's great because Disney, the corporate version, they could say, "Oh, we don't have to do that." I'm like, really? You don't? Like, then what do? Like, they just like spend $200 million on top of the budget to like sandblast it everywhere around the world in your face on your phone. You know, how's the indie guy going to compete? So it's very interesting. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And the reviews I think got pretty good on
Oh, the
Rotten
reviews were
Tomatoes for this
fantastic,
film.
bro. The reviews were fantastic.
Like even the people who are like the critics, they were like, "Oh, this is." It got like a. Let me see the rating. It's like
Last I checked, it was like 80 to 90.
yeah, I think I saw like it was a Sound of Freedom. Now maybe some critics are refusing, like the mainstream critics are just refusing to review it. So all the reviews are left might be like whatever the Christian Science Monitor and stuff. Because
Gotcha.
sometimes movies like this, they just kind of memory hole it because it's not like coming out of the corporate. Like 88%, right? So the Muse and Jezebel are getting a tomato. Even they liked it. Since the movie itself is well acted, it looked expensive and moves at a rapid clip. Film threat. Well, film threat, I think, is like Chris Gore and those guys. So
Okay.
they're gonna give it a fair shake. Um, Even Variety. Owen Gleiberman, who was like, he is, not, he's not gonna promote like anything that's like close to the, you know, the right sphere of politics. He's not
Right.
gonna. He's not.
Anyway,
Not that I know if he's against it, but I just know that he's like I don't. I think I've seen him a few times on articles, and even he says, in a conventional pulp way, we've glimpsed the heart of darkness. We've seen something about our world that makes the desire to take action seem more than an action movie gesture. So he seems to be feeling it. So there you go.
let me read this article
Doesn't
real
matter
quick.
because the audience score is 100%.
Well, there you go.
So that's like hype you can't really deny.
Guys, I'm gonna read this article real quick, and then I'll read your comments after. But just let's say there's too many movies out right now. No, there isn't.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
No,
really?
there's not.
No, really.
Do we call Flash as a movie?
It's like I don't know. It's sort of like a cursed amusement park. I can't
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah. I'm like,
describe
I'm
it.
like, no, I don't know. We gotta watch what we call in movies nowadays. Like,
Mhm.
the Flash is like some kind of like, I don't know, video experiment that was rewritten like 15,000 times and brought to you by like, I don't know, some criminal running around. Like, I don't know, that don't count. That don't count as a movie.
But I guess they had to rewrite and reshoot because it was going to try and continue the DC Snyderverse offshoot, and it did not. So now they had to like retool it to be like a reboot of some other universe,
Mhm.
which is like kind of like a weird like it's like these movies are kind of weird like that. Some Frankenstein hybrid of like something that is long and it's on film. It's not even on film; it's digital, So and it's long and it's weird and it's like mashed up with like IP and commercialism and it's just kind of like weird. I can't really describe what that is. Like a Frankenstein.
I mean, I am speaking in sarcasm. That is right. There are too many movies out, but I will say that these movies are doing the most
They're doing a lot,
to make sure that I do not go to the theater.
right?
They are very successful at making
Yeah,
sure that I don't walk into that place. All right.
yeah.
So
You
let
got it's very controversial too. Sometimes it's like you got the Flash, and that guy got in trouble for things that I guess Jim Caviezel would be investigating him for, and Sound of Freedom, allegedly, and that kind of like puts people off.
right.
But you know, he's working out in court, so find out
So
what's going on. But it's and he's not a big name. I mean, even if that guy wasn't in trouble for starting some kind of allegedly starting some cult or whatever it was,
yeah.
like people don't know like Ezra Miller's in are you gonna see the new Ezra Miller? They're like, no. I mean, if you had a choice between seeing a Jim Caviezel movie or the Ezra Miller movie, at least you know who Jim Caviezel is.
Right. All right. But hold on.
Now Harrison Ford, it's a big name, but Harrison Ford is like, he's put ageism on this, but he's
No,
like,
no,
he's
nobody cares about that, and nobody cares about Phoebe Waller-Bridge,
yeah, and nobody knows who Phoebe Waller-Bridge is. Like,
and we don't want to know.
like, I mean, they could at least put like a celebrity that people knew about.
They won't. They'll keep pushing her.
They
Anyway,
love Phoebe Waller-Bridge,
let's
by the way. I'm sorry.
let's get to the article, please. It says, what do we got here? The
I think
unassuming.
Hollywood loves Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Sorry, Hollywood loves Phoebe Waller-Bridge, not the people. Like,
Oh, well, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I would say
yeah,
that's correct.
yeah. All right.
You want to read it already? Whichever.
No, you want me to read it?
It don't matter.
Do what you want.
All right. The unassuming anti-child trafficking film, The Sound of Freedom, outperformed Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and The Flash on 4th of July. Sound of Freedom boldly hit theaters on a holiday typically celebrated around the barbecue, not the movie theater. But still impressed at the box office. This is why I couldn't find any tickets. The Sound of Freedom raked in more than 14 million on Tuesday, while the fifth Indiana Jones movie brought in more than 11 million, and The Flash made just 1 million per Box Office Mojo. Ezra, what you doing? Well, I mean, that movie's been out for 2 weeks. 1 million though. Jesus Christ. Despite the Sound of Freedom's impressive holiday run, the latest Indiana Jones installment, which hit the theaters June 30th, is outperforming. Excuse me. Is outperforming the anti-child. Ooh, sorry. Is outperforming the anti-child trafficking film overall. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has made more than 83 million domestically and more than 154 million worldwide during its first 6 days on screen per Box Office Mojo. This is what they're referencing to. The last indie movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which landed in theaters May 2008, made nearly 800 million worldwide at the box office. I think made 800 million.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming off of like the old Indiana Jones movies, which is like, it has a very it hits the heartstrings of the nostalgia on the nostalgia tip for people.
All right.
Like I grew up watching those movies. I went to the theaters, watched movies as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's a big deal to people. Like Indiana Jones is a big deal.
I guess.
Now I guess maybe first of all, I don't know. This last movie is kind of like dim the lights on it, and now this current movie is like, just the finisher, and people don't want to see that.
Yeah, I think Indy's done as a franchise. I don't know.
Plus, it's like we're in a new generation where they don't have an emotional connection to Indiana Jones.
Right.
So it's possible like franchises like that may be aging out.
All right. So
I
here,
mean, Harrison Ford is like 80 years old.
yeah, there's no more movies. I would urge them to stop and do not carry on the franchise with Phoebe because nobody wants to see that. This is what you were talking about here. Angel Studios is using a crowdfunding platform known as Pay It Forward to sell more tickets. Those those with expendable income can purchase tickets in advance for those who wish to see a film but cannot afford a ticket, according to a press release from Angel Studios. 2.6 million on opening day sales came through the paid for program. Now, regardless of that, somebody could say that that's a cheat code, but I just want to remind people right now. Um yeah, I live in the city. So I don't know, like, if mad people gonna be using pay it forward in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I don't know if they know about that in like major metropolitan areas. I got to go to the Pay It Forward website to see what's popping, what kind of movies, what's going on. But like I said, though, there's a lot. I'm thinking that maybe it's possible that they are reaching out to the faith-based communities
oh, maybe. I guess I was just
in
thinking about general populace. I was just trying to think about like, yo, son, my boy got to see Sound of Freedom B. Let me go to this website. Like, I'm not,
looking at
I
Pay It
don't know if
Forward.
that's happening.
Even if they use the Pay It Forward program, who cares? Like, what's the alternative? Oh, that's the wrong way to do it, guys. You know what the real moral official way to get like a global to get like an American blockbuster out the gate? What you got to do is you got to have like $200 million to start with.
Hmm.
Then you can like begin the film and then have another 150 million to promote it. So that's how you really, are supposed to make films these days. You're supposed to be like Disney and start with a theme park, right? Where
Yeah, oh, that's
generate revenue and then like take a chunk of that and invest it into your film business. Like I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, you know what I'm saying? These
that
guys
sounds
are trying.
that sounds like when, like, I don't know, Eric July be having the detractors. Yo, you didn't fund this thing correctly. I'm like,
Like you're supposed to be in the store. First, we already have to have like a successful company and like investors and like all these like what they call this venture capitalists to like
mhm.
fund your thing and like I don't know all this weird dark money, and then you got to pay a bunch of artists that may or may not do the books and stuff. It's just like why can't we just do stuff like this? Like why is that okay? That's the official way to do it, and then like the alternative ways are like some kind of weird like gaming the system, rigging the system stuff. It's like very stupid.
I'm like, hey, look, it
In
made
fact,
this money.
Yeah, it shouldn't even have to be like you even have to do that. It should just be that. Listen, if the movie theaters want to put your movie on because it's a good movie, they should put it on. Nowadays, it's like if you are like Disney or like Warner Brothers, it's sort of like the theaters, they favor you more because they
Yeah,
think like, oh, they trust you more. Like even though your movie is good and and you can get people to come in, I will put like another theater full of Indiana Jones instead of your movie just because it's Disney.
right.
So in order to circumvent that, you gotta like try to do your own promo and get hype and build hype to convince these theaters like, okay, I will like get rid of the fourth showing of Indiana Jones and show your film. And I'm like, that's fair enough.
So I don't know.
And
The moral of the story is that the Flash is a troubled movie,
true.
and Indiana Jones is well hated by people that I know that have spoiled the entire movie for me. By the way, I wasn't going to watch it anyway, but and I'm not going to say any of the spoilers here. But upon hearing the spoilers, I'm like, damn, this was as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe when it gets to streaming, I'll check it out and cringe. Anyway, y'all, my bad. We've been rambling, so I'm gonna get to y'all some of y'all comments right now. There's a scroll up quite a bit. No, not there. That's when we talk about the caps. Uh, da, 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 da. On this, can we highlight that? That's blocked, right?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'll just read it out. Brina
Well,
made a good.
Brina says right there. So about the Chris Hansen meets Rambo movie. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta turn on the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess what this is. And then she also made another comment that says I can't, that she can't believe that the actions of said individuals has become a political talking point. I don't understand that. Like when
Yeah, how you gonna save the kids, bro? If you can't even talk about the problems that's going on right now, like because the social media algorithms can't tell if you're like for it or against it, and it's like, bro, why don't you hire some human beings and just have the internet like it was like 10 years ago, and we'd be good, folks. Like to talk about things that need to be talked about. And on this subject, yeah, people hate the they hate the traffickers. They hate them. They are to be hated. Like they are evil people. Like with like zero remorse. They're you think of like the worst crime in the world. That is the worst crime in the world. Like I mean, of all time.
yeah,
Like so bad that even prisoners
right,
will like murk those guys out of existence. They'll erase those dudes out of existence if they show up in the prison. Okay, so they meet. They are the natural villain of humanity and their natural villain of the silver screen, apparently, because The Sound of Freedom is blowing away Indiana Jones, where it's a
right.
movie about Harrison Ford in his late 70s, maybe early 80s. I haven't checked his IMDb age yet.
Well, let's see here.
Going through time and being divorced or whatever. Getting clowned by some character that just showed up like 5 minutes ago.
Right. Hold on. Some of this was another conversation, but we'll get to that. I guess when we talk about Superman. Hold on. Oh,
Massive. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if that fits in the whole thing. I don't think it does, but
Tim Massive Panda says, "Hey, what's up, y'all? Recently discovered your channel, and I'm a new subscriber. Y'all hella talented, and I just ordered a copy of Red."
oh, cool, 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 cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Have that out to you ASAP.
Mm-hmm. There's a copy of Red the other day, and I'm really looking forward to it. Awesome, no problem. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, check out our book. It's link in the description. It's called Cyberpunk Fairytale. Story of Red Riding Hood. It's a, a sci-fi adventure retelling of Little Red Riding Hood tale, except it's anime influenced.
Right.
And it's a sci-fi adventure. She's a private security guard. She's kicking butt, taking names. Yep, link in the chat. Yeah, peruse the website. Anyway,
Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Give me a second, yo. I got too many tabs open.
any more comments? Any more comments? Yeah,
uh,
Dante Crisis right there. He says, not a cheat code. Not a cheat code when it nearly made its budget back on the money from people he had not paid it forward. Right, right.
so I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what we were just saying. That makes perfect sense. Listen, man, we're finding different ways to like make money out here, especially during the time of this inflation. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't even know why it's like I don't like independent studios or people trying to get their film scene that they have to like even if with or without the pay it forward thing, it's fine to me. Like I
right.
don't even care. Like they try to throw that in there to be like, oh well, they have a thing where they're buying stuff for other people, and it's like, but it sounds like the seats are filled. Like Brina says right here, like they could pay for the ticket, sure, but did they fill the seats? Because it seems like it based on what Sean said. So yeah. And I guess at the end of the day, it's the film's content that matters.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is
Um.
it not just like, a preach to the choir film that's
Mhm.
more like a commercial or a YouTube video in feature length form, or is it gonna resonate as art as well as a message film? That's the thing. And I'm guessing that if it really was bad, the critics would have the
Oh yeah.
knives
No.
out
This.
for
This
it.
is. This is. I can't even believe I'm going to say this, and it's kind of sad that we live in this society. But I know people trying to view. Jesus Christ, I don't even know how to say this on freaking YouTube. People trying to view different things, new ways, weird. So it's like if the film was actually like not up to par, they would probably destroy it because they think it belongs to one party or the other. I'm like, this is not a party issue, y'all. I don't know what to tell you, but okay. I'm just- But yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it's
so
actually a good film because you just said the reviews are great. So
yeah, it's either like the audience loves it, they gave it 100% or something, and
hmm
maybe that's because like they want to do well because they like the message and stuff, and that's maybe that's part of the reason,
right,
but it's at least still has a fan base. Then you have the critics, and I guess the critics it still got like 88%, and it's either they like it and they're gonna write about it, and it has like two maybe three mainstream reviews, and they seem to be into it,
hmm
and then the other mainstream outlets they're not reviewing it even to trash it,
yeah,
which in my mind, I'm just gonna say that they probably liked it too or something, or thought it was okay enough to not trash. So instead, they were doing a negative review, which they can't honestly do. They just won't review it at all.
damn,
It's like when there's a candidate for president, like that's like on the fringes. So you have like Ralph Nader or like um Ron Paul,
right,
or like right now you got RFK Jr.
right.
Like some of the messages kind of resonate with people, but they're like too controversial, but you can't dunk on them at the same time. So what they basically do is just pretend
It's
that they don't exist.
pretend it's like
It's
not a thing.
it's like a void. Like it's just like a myth. It's like I just won't say anything and maybe it'll go away or something.
It's quite a.
Right.
Sorry. Oh, Brina already answered that. Yeah, so yeah, Monday through Thursday, we usually stream unless something like comes up. Um, usually like around 10ish. So yeah,
Right. Yeah, if you just subscribe, hit the bell, you'll know when we're coming on. But that's the schedule. That's the general schedule,
right.
unless you don't feel well. Like I wasn't feeling well this week. I wasn't feeling well, so I had to take care of that. Um, it
But yeah, hold on.
says massive panda says I haven't seen a movie in the theater in a very long time. Let's just, scroll down, please.
Yeah, hold on.
I haven't seen a movie theater in a very long time, but I did see some interviews with Jim Caviezel about the Sound of Freedom. Can you move that up a little bit on the screen?
Oh, I can hold on because it's like doing a
I'll
cut up.
just read off the raw chat. It's not a problem.
Yeah, said
Just
I
have to
kind of want
expand
to.
my screen a bit. Or you can read it. That'd be good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hold on, let me see if I can. Because this thing's like weird. Oh my lord! Then I tried to.
Whatever. I haven't seen a movie in the theater in a very long time, but I did see some interviews with Jim Caviezel about the Sound of Freedom. I kind of want to see it. Yeah, it makes me want to see it.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Let me try something.
Yes.
I'm trying to fix
And
this.
Brianna's in the chat talking about Guatemalan fried chicken place. She is pimping this Guatemalan chicken place heavy in chat right now. So
I
if you
mean,
like Guatemalan chicken,
I would have to. Hold on. Yeah, you get a highlight
you're
just for
gonna
that.
have to drop the link in the chat to the store. Is this a family joint? Like, can we have the pay it forward plan for the Guatemalan chicken place? Like, I'm
Right.
trying to blow them up.
I
So
actually, I guess.
Guatemalan chicken is what's up. And you said it's your fried chicken connoisseur friend. Yeah, that'd be me.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, I don't know any fried chicken connoisseur except for Dan. Actually, I don't. So maybe we should actually find Dan to get this Guatemalan fried chicken. I want to. I
I'm not.
want. I want to find like Korean. I heard like Korean barbecue chicken is pretty good.
Yeah, maybe we have to do a chicken world tour or something.
We'll do the chicken
Everyone loves
stream.
fried chicken. Everyone loves that.
Hey,
Yeah. So massive panda says Caviezel does fewer movies, but for the most part, standout roles like the Daniel Day Lewis.
hmm.
Unlike The Rock, Samuel Jackson, and Nicolas Cage, who do 50 crappy movies a year. Yeah, I might have seen that live stream that you were talking about where Jim Caviezel was talking about Sound of Freedom, and he said that he has creative control over his projects, like over his characters.
Right.
So maybe on the Person of Interest show, he had some input things he would not do, and he's a very intense dude,
Right.
you know. And I think that he doesn't want to appear in like he doesn't want to appear in anything that goes against his faith, but he also doesn't want to appear in anything cheesy.
Makes sense.
Because I don't know, like sometimes you have to be honest. I mean, look, like some of the movies are not popping, even if they all have a good message. Like the film is weird, it's like it's too like, the acting is bad, and
Right.
so I don't think he wants to like do that. Anyway, we can move on to our next topic now.
Yeah. I was actually responding to somebody about this Superman thing, so I'll just leave it up on screen right here. Let's put up the it's Superman. You know what I'm saying? It's Superman.
Right.
And
And
sorry,
we can
My
look at.
Adventures with Superman.
So, what was this about? Like, you saw something on this show,
Right.
this transformation sequence, and it was trending for a little while under Sailor Moon. I guess Sailor Moon's trending right there. Sailor Moon
Yeah.
on the side. So they're saying that this transformation sequence resembles Sailor Moon and the Superman transforming into his outfit. And people were getting upset because it was like, oh, why are you doing this to Superman? Why is this, blah 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 blah. When I saw it, I kind of thought like it was a dream.
Right.
Like he was thinking that that's an outfit he should have, like, and a transformation that he should have, like, but instead it's like he's got his mom making his outfit for him.
Right.
That's kind of what I thought it was, but some people believe it to be like some real transformation sequence. This show is going to debut in a few minutes, like in 30
Yeah, 30
minutes.
minutes or something.
So everyone
So
will find out the truth
now,
in a minute and
to
see what's
people's
right or wrong.
credits, what like when I first saw it, I was just like, oh, this is funny that they would do this, and I was like, it's not even outside the stretch of imagination they would do something corny. But then like halfway through the day, I was like, they can't be that ridiculous. Like this has to be like some kind of like imaginary concept that my man is just
Right, right.
like before I even started streaming, I'm like, there's no way like they gonna have like there is no way that they're gonna have my man transform like this every time. I was like, I was like, yo, my man's dreaming. Oh no, hell, I guess we could play, right?
We'll see. I'll make sure it's copyright on there.
That's probably gonna catch copyright, but
Yeah, you know, we got the point from just looking at it.
right.
So,
But yeah, I'm like, yo, there's no way that like they're gonna have that. Like, imagine every episode, bro. There's more for time than well, not even more for time. Even more for time is better than like transforming like Sailor Moon.
it's hard to say.
But then it's funny because it made me start thinking about
I don't want that either. But like, I gotta wait till this thing comes out
yeah before
to
like
find out if that was just like a joke or was that real.
right. So I'm not gonna like I'm gonna ease up on it because that's funny.
Right,
I
right,
retweeted and I said, but why? I
right.
mean,
And people in the
literally, if
comments
I,
were going ham on it. They were like ready to destroy. And
right,
but
because I
like,
didn't
I'm
really
like,
give much of a thought on it. I just posted up like, hey guys, check it out. People were like, what? Which is fine.
people
Look, I mean, it is ridiculous. I mean, this is a kid show, right? I
yeah,
mean, if I was making a Superman project, I would not have a sequence where he was daydreaming about transforming like Sailor Moon, but that's just me.
yeah. Even that's kind of weird, but
Like, just the daydream itself, just the daydream about it is like kind of ridiculous.
is it like Sailor Moon though? Like, I guess he was in blue colors and stuff, and it's still like
It's just that,
trying
like,
to.
it was just like the costume like glowed on, like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
right. I
In
mean,
psychedelic colors. Was it psychedelic? It was like, no, it was all blue. It was all blue. But I know that the discussion in my thread, I'm not gonna name names because
yeah,
I'm
no,
friends with all of these people. We were having a civil Here come John. What Superman doing? Look, Superman is hopefully daydreaming. I'm actually going. I can't believe this. I'm actually going to give 90% chance that this is just a dream sequence slash imaginary sequence. Like
right.
on a serious note. Like
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have some kind of nanotech outfit or something like
right
Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
now, if I'm wrong, I'll be doing a reaction draw to that next week. If I'm wrong. So the 10% chance where I'm wrong on this, I'm going full clowning. But right as of now, I just said, but
Right.
why? And then so the conversation came up where actually I might still draw this because I well not draw. I got so much other stuff to draw, sketch. But I was like, yo, man, I haven't sketched or doodled down Superman in a while. So they were, so some people were saying like, well, Superman shouldn't be like anime, and we need to stick to what we traditionally see as American cartoon art, which is funny because American cartoon art for old people like us, Dan and I, was actually anime because they were all
Right.
drawn by anime uh
Yeah, studios.
producer studios from Japan, like Transformers,
Transformers, GI Joe,
right.
Bionic Six, all those cartoons.
Hmm.
Thundercats. The
Now,
concepts were developed here. The characters were developed here. The scripts are developed here.
Hmm.
and then it's outsourced to Japan, and then they handle the animation and maybe there's some fill-in characters like some monsters and creatures, and it was a collaborative effort. So those cartoons, which were like iconic and still are being done today, like the GI Joe and Transformers movies and stuff, came from the basis from those cartoons that were animated for Japan. So it's like before then, what did we have? Filmation, uh, Disney, but even Disney outsourced their stuff in Disney Afternoon to Korea and stuff
Yeah.
to get done. So it's sort of like, what is American? We would have to invent it like right now. When I was a kid, I just thought the real Ghostbusters was just the American art style, but it wasn't. It was also like,
And drawn in Japan.
drawn in Japan. And when I discovered that, I didn't recoil and said, "Oh my god, now I'm gonna stop watching the real Ghostbusters cartoon because it makes me feel less American," or something like that. I didn't feel that way.
Right.
In fact, I felt like if Americans are not drawing in this style right now,
Hmm.
we should learn, or we should learn to like at least. But instead, it seems that we went in some other direction where now they draw like these goblin people and call themselves like kids cartoons
Right.
and put it on the Cartoon Network in flash animation, and they call that a cartoon. And I'm like, well, I've had to choose between like the real Ghostbusters and like some do with like a goblin demon head in like the Cartoon Network drawn on some flash animation. I'd rather just watch some old anime inspired
Right.
cartoons from back in the days.
Now, if I'm,
That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe other people have a different opinion. I don't know.
they
And
do.
if you do, say it
Yeah.
in the chat.
Yeah. To be fair, to be fair, the style that they're using for the cartoon is not a
Yeah.
bad style. I mean, it's a good looking style. It's not one that I would necessarily go for. Obviously,
No.
as you can see with my art in the background.
Right. It has more of a harder edge.
Right.
Like this drawing right here has a harder edge with shadow and just expression on my man's face. And like, it's like 4 dudes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like more like a 60-40, like, split. This is like kind of like trying to be. It's kind of like anime inspired Tumblr. That's what they're trying to do. I don't know, but like not the worst of Tumblr.
Right.
Like the best of Tumblr.
So I mean, as we were having the discussion on my thread, I was like, I don't really find anything wrong with using anime as your reference. I wouldn't put, if they told me to make the Superman cartoon, it's not like I'm gonna make Superman like, super dark or gritty, but I'm like, y'all could have, let's see. I know y'all remember this.
I guess it's like a balance. It's sort of like, oh, what are you saying? Oh, Gotham Knight. Oh, the Batman anime. Right. I would say this is like more your style.
Right.
Like that whole Madhouse Kawajiri style from Japan.
Right.
Like with the hard shadows and like, would anybody really complain if a whole Batman cartoon looked like this? Like if they had like
I
a
wouldn't
serial
complain
killer in
at all. I'll
Gotham
be
City
like,
fighting the Riddler or Scarecrow or one of those people looking like this, like would we say send it back?
we ain't sending nothing back. I'll be like, give me more.
Right. In fact, Japan is influenced by us too. So it's like, and other
Hmm.
artwork around the world, like the French. So it's like it's all coming back around. So I think you can take it back as an American.
But I'm just saying, imagine this team, this animation
Yeah.
team. Now I know
Right.
Gotham Knights was like a different set of different shorts, so they all kind of look different. This one was my favorite. I think this one had
Right.
who was he fighting in here? Was he fighting Deadshot? I believe so. But imagine like this team drew the Superman cartoon.
Yeah.
I'd end the stream so I could go watch it. I'd be like, word? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dante Crisis says, imagine Batman having a transformation scene like that. It isn't the art style, it's the trope.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that because the art style, nobody actually had anything that I saw, not that much. to say about the art style until we saw the transformation. And then
Right.
now it's like, oh, keep it out of anime. But Sailor Moon is not all of anime.
Yeah.
Because we could
And
have
maybe
easily
we're
had
seeing
this.
that a lot. Like I know like if you read the Marvel comics, it seems like that they kind of at the best they have that kind of style that the Superman cartoon is showing.
Yeah.
And they're not seeing an anime style like this,
No.
which looks like inspired like Ninja Scroll even.
Right.
Like a more grittier style. So maybe there's like more like people from America who like this kind of style. If they saw this, and they wouldn't, you don't have to like the Sailor Moon style.
Yeah.
You don't have to like the softer anime style. You can like watch this, but they don't make enough of this to like, or they don't see enough of that,
Right.
and maybe that'll change their mind. And I guess if Dante Crisis is saying like, yes, the art style, it's a trope. Maybe leave the tropes alone.
They definitely should. They should. Um because the tropes are you know what I couldn't stand, speaking of Batman. I like the Gotham Knights thing. But that Batman Ninja, well, that was actually developed in Japan, but like the whole storyline was so tropey that I was like I couldn't. I was like I can't watch this. This is kind of stupid.
Yeah, Dante Crisis says. He says you're missing the point. I got the point. It was yeah, the art is not the problem, it's the transformation. I get it.
Right.
It's and Brina says I watched the hell of a Batman movie show like this. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Alpha Proto
Oh
says the art
yeah,
style
yeah.
looks more like
That's
yeah.
the comment right there.
Right. It looks more like Avatar The Last Airbender than anime.
It's the fanime style. I don't know.
Right.
I jokingly call it the fanime style, but
I think like a lot of some older people they weren't even they don't even like that. That it's the Avatar The Last Airbender style. They don't even like that, I guess, maybe. They like anything that's like inspired by anime or something. I don't know. So maybe it's like that. I don't really know. But then we live so long
mm-hmm.
being inspired by anime. We've given over like entire like the cartoons that I mentioned before, the GI Joe, the Thundercats. We gave it over to them.
Right.
Now maybe those cartoons didn't look as anime as the anime that was going on at the time, but they were still influenced. So I don't know really. Like
I don't. It's all, I guess it's all a matter of perception too, because it's like if somebody came to me and said like, imagine Superman, but anime, I wouldn't picture the style that they chose. I picture this. This is what
yeah. Let's do this.
I'm like, word? All
This
right,
looks
cool.
cool.
So anyway, so we get these guys, and they'd be like, no, I was thinking something else. I'm like, what? Do you want it more like Fist of the North Star or something, or like I'm so old that like my brain is full with all types. The softest thing that I watch is Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z. Like
Right.
that's the kid joint to me.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's the kiddie one, right? That's the one for like the youngins. Dragon Ball.
They don't make enough stuff for like hard edge dudes. Like it's like just like a cool looking cartoon, like not soft.
Right. Oh,
So
whoops. Hold
maybe
on.
people are getting like synonymous with the soft stuff. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't. When people say anime, I was like, oh, when you guys say, I don't know. Maybe my
Yeah,
definition of anime is like, no, I'm talking about Ranma half. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, I remember that. No, that's not what I was talking about. Like,
yeah. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but that's not like my it's not my go-to when I think of anime.
right.
Like I know people say they hate the big eye and the big. I don't know. I don't really think of anime like that. Like it's different styles and stuff, and some are like I don't know. I think that more there's styles that resonate more with like Western sensibilities than others.
Brina was actually saying some interesting stuff up here. Hold on, give me a second. Which I guess is why. Hold on, boom. She said, I mean, Redline looks heavily inspired by Western comics, but America doesn't even use the Western style.
Yeah, I would say that American art style is more trackable through comic books in my mind
Hmm.
than animation. Because animation, like of like full humanoids, not like a cartoon, like a cartoony character like Bugs Bunny.
Right.
Because there's like, when you're drawing like human beings like on an adventure, like a Johnny Quest or something, then
Hmm.
we're dealing something very different than something like a, Yogi Bear and the
Well, yeah.
Smurfs.
Yeah.
So we got to make that separation right now. Okay. Now maybe America studios are forced to not draw like, or maybe they, human people, upright people.
Right.
And that's not the majority of stuff they do, except maybe the Bruce Timm era with like the Justice League Unlimited and the Batman the Animated Series, things like that. That was like the biggest run in American, I don't know, television history where they just drew like, I don't know, actual people looking like 8 heads tall or 7 heads tall
Right.
on adventures and not doing a cartoon like, you know, the whatever in CGI, the Muppet Babies cartoon or something like that reboot.
Right. Hold on. Dante Crisis said, I want my anime art style becoming a thing. Imagine a studio, Madhouse, Hellsing Ultimate Batman, just wrote by someone that knows Batman that keeps anime tropes out. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. Let's just do that. I agree. I'm on the Dante Crisis plan,
Right.
and that's that. Like, what I'm saying? Like, let's just do that. Alpha Proto says, I was introduced to anime. What's it say here?
Oh my bad. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll up to yeah.
Yeah, I was introduced to anime with manga entertainment titles. Yeah, that's my jam. I love that.
That's how
The
you.
manga entertainment titles. I wish that we could play the trailer to manga entertainment.
Yeah, but it's got heavily licensed music in it,
That's true.
which I guess doesn't matter because we're not monetized. But
Maybe you could play it on mute. I don't know, but like you get like, but maybe not. But you get an idea. That he saw what Alpha Pro is referencing is, there was anime made in the 90s, and they used to come on VHS.
yeah,
And it was a studio called Manga Entertainment, and they released like Ninja Scroll, and I don't know if they had the Akira license, but they had if you go online and type in Manga Entertainment,
oh, I can't even play that on my iPad because
but
I was
you don't have to play. You don't have to play a video. You can just
I
type
was
in
gonna
manga.
mute it, but I can't mute anything on my iPad.
Oh, just type in manga and bear Google Manga Entertainment ad.
Hold on, let me go back to the web for that.
Right.
Uh, Manga entertainment. Um,
Ad.
ad.
AD. Right. Boom. All right. Go to images. Images. And then the second one.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Right there. Oh, I don't think it's gonna.
Mm.
It's not gonna view.
View image.
Maybe.
Oh, here we go.
Right. So this is what they used to put out back in the day. Can you
Ninja
see some of the
Scroll.
titles in there?
Let me see what we got going on. Across to the movie. Black Magic M66, which I don't think I've seen. Appleseed,
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll, Pat Labor, 1 and 2.
The Wings of the Hominies, Angel Cop. That's some hardcore anime right there.
Right.
Yeah, this Devil Man.
Freaking Devil Man, bro.
Yep, this is the old school stuff.
Coming soon.
And
Ghost in the Shell coming soon, y'all. That was yeah, that was prime art.
the way they used to market anime back in the day was funny because they used to really emphasize that it's not for kids.
Right.
Like that was the hook, that it was dangerous and adult and violent, and that's how they used to market anime. But I think now that it's become more global, they don't market it that way anymore. They kind of just release everything and then try to, tailor more to universal audiences around the world.
Right.
So it's not as insane and crazy as it used to be, but there's still a crazy anime, like in terms of the violence and the adult content.
Massive
Massive
Panda.
Panda says, "Yeah, go ahead, you read that."
Said I can't get my wife to watch anime with me. She's been tricked into thinking that all anime is big eyes, goofy expression anime, so she won't even give Ghost in the Shell or Akira a try. Man, that's unfortunate.
That's hard. That's hard.
At least
I think it's like
Akira. Like I would say Akira over Ghost in the Shell, even though Ghost in the Shell is still dope. Just um
right.
Brina. Hold on. I gotta find a way to like lower the font size of this thing. Figure that out like all stream. Uh, Hold on. Brina says kill a kill is high art. I still have to like I still have to freaking finish that thing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
I think some people's, I guess, mileage varies on like the big eye stuff and the exaggeration. Yeah, Alpha Proto says this ain't your daddy's Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, in fact, I was looking at some old they used to show anime on Saturdays on the Sci-Fi Channel
Hmm.
in the old days, and they used to have commercials saying this ain't your dad's, right? It's cartoons. This ain't a swim in the kiddie pool. This is anime, and it's raw, and it's in your face. They used to have like a super reel of people transforming,
Right.
probably giving kids nightmares on Saturday mornings.
So Dante says this man forgets he has a desktop now. I'm assuming I could change the font size on the desktop. I don't want to mess with it right now.
But you also have you can't mute on the web browser.
Oh, I can mute on the web browser. Yeah, I was saying I
All
can't
right,
mute if it
so
was coming off the iPad.
like if you were on, and maybe you could play this. I think you could play this. So old ad, right?
I mean,
Can you go on YouTube on there? Try it.
yeah. But I was just saying I don't even think it matters. I mean, it would be a copyright claim, not a
All right.
not a strike.
Yeah, type in Saturday anime.
Sorry.
Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, here we go. Why is my caps lock on? Come on.
It's supposed to be that one that, or check commercial. Yeah. Maybe it's that first one.
Is this?
Oh
No.
wait, it says what's that various sci-fi anime promos in the 90s? Yeah.
Let me see. Also, let me check the volume. I don't know how loud this is gonna be.
You've never seen anything like it. The energy, the imagination, the beauty. Those who know call it anime. You'll call it amazing. The Sci-Fi Channel Global Showcase presents the American television premieres of Robot Carnival, Lensman, and Vampire Hunter.
What was Lensman?
Next on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I don't know.
A visual
I mean,
array of
I've heard of it.
moments.
For what
Robot
purpose
Carnival.
do I exist?
Some of Robot Carnival is depressing.
Images of entering into a strange new reality.
I like my man's announcement style. All right, it's coming back now. Okay, Dan, I can hear you again.
I'm back.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we've seen enough.
yeah. So that
It wasn't
was
the commercial I wanted, but we're
Right.
going to leave it at that. Because
Okay, so all right, we can have the web. So, all right, so we can have the web page open, but we still can't play a freaking video. It doesn't matter, y'all, because thanks to y'all support and future support, we will buy the best gaming streaming rig of all time.
yeah, Strong will be like beaming his consciousness into the computer.
And then I will contact Elon and buy Starlink, okay, and pay
Right.
2,500 for the freaking I don't know internet box with 120 a month. Yes, I looked this up by the way, and I know the Starlink is mostly for if you're living in a remote area.
Right.
So it was working. That might have been a small hiccup, man. Yeah, I know. I've just seen it do that. Like it'll just like dip it'll dip the quality, like the I don't know, the kilobytes like super hard. Freaking this wouldn't happen on the Mac. Well, I don't know. One day we'll get it sorted out, but I don't know. It's cool. Mari Cinematic says Japanimation. Yo, remember they used to call it Japanimation, bro?
Yeah.
They used to
Yeah.
call it
I remember.
Japanimation. Oh man, those fun times. But yeah, the point I guess was trying to make, or even on the thread, I'm like, no, it could be anime. It just has to be the right type of anime.
That's my saying.
Because comic books are American comic books are mostly serious medium.
Yeah.
American superhero comics, excuse me, are mostly serious medium. So I think it would benefit from having like Madhouseian or even Redline styles. Where
Right. Those are anime. Well, Madhouse is an animation studio in Japan.
Right,
Then famous for like Ninja Scroll and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
right.
So if you haven't seen Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust,
Yes, please
maybe you
watch
should
that.
start with that.
Yeah.
So maybe they could try that one.
John, he said, I miss the early days of anime. I miss it too, man. I don't know. Maybe that's why people like respond well to my art because there's so much like red line in it. And I guess red line is almost halfway like graphically American comic book in a ways at times. Hold on, speaking of which, I lost my mirroring. I'll get it back in a second. Anyone wants some? Dante Crisis says, if anyone wants some fun anime, I would recommend Gate. A skeleton knife from another world. Vampire
Well, I can't hear
TVH.
you.
Oh,
I can't
sorry.
hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me at all?
No, I mean I can hear you. I mean it's just low.
Oh,
You sound
sorry.
low.
Sorry. I was doing too much mumbling. But Dante Crisis gave a good um list of animes here. If I could pop it on the screen.
Yeah, Skeleton Knife from Another World, Vampire Hunter D, Trigun. Yeah.
That's some good classics right there.
People like anime, okay, guys? Like that's the real thing right now. People in America, they just have to find the anime that they like. And if you want to be inspired by anime, that's fine too. If you
You
want a
know,
harder edge anime style, we need to fight for that.
it also doesn't
But
help that
yeah.
Marvel and DC, especially Marvel, they'll do these comic books like they had. Like I think the last time they tried to do this was the Pride comic book that they had for Marvel, and they'll always
Mhm.
get these styles that are like just I guess I actually sort of reminiscent to that Superman thing, and people like that gives a retro reaction to people like, oh, I want to see this anime crap in my books, and
Right. And then
I'm
they call
like
that then they call that the anime crap.
right, and I'm like
Like they think all anime is like that. They think anybody in America who's drawing in that style, or drawing in the anime style, is like that. It's like
right, and I'm
it's like
like
having like some kind of, I guess it's a prejudice outfit. You get one bad experience with the anime, and now
mhm,
you won't serve them at dinner or something at a restaurant, something like that.
right,
Anyway, guys,
yeah, that's what we
that's
mostly had to say. I thought I was gonna give a detailed analysis of Superman, but there's really no point. It's alright. It's on right now. 3 minutes in, y'all. Go, hurry up and watch it. It's probably a
yeah.
dream sequence. I can't believe. I can't actually believe that. You know that was like a reoccurring thing. Alpha Proto says, "Did you talk about Indiana Jones?" Yeah, we did earlier on in the stream. How it got beat by Sound of Freedom. That I'm gonna watch. I guess next weekend. Check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh
Yeah.
man, we did
Dante
not
Crisis
do.
says Trigun Stampede isn't trash. I have to check that out.
I saw the first episode. It was cool.
All right, cool. And what did you say, Sean? You missed something?
The showcase.
Oh yeah, the showcase.
That's what I was about to mention, and Brina just mentioned it at the same time. Hold on, let me get my.
All right. So get to it. Let's get to it.
All right, hold on.
Massive Panda said, I don't think anyone is better at converting people to anime readers than Marvel and DC. Yeah, it's like it's anime, manga, comic books. It's hard to get anybody into that in general. Even back in the day when the comic books were selling more than they are now,
Yeah,
it was still tough to get people to try a comic book. Like, hey, read this, or hey, you like the movies, right? Read this. It's almost like that They Live, the movie They Live, when they try to give the guy the glasses so he could see the aliens, and he just refused because he didn't want to get involved.
right.
It wasn't even that he didn't believe in the aliens. He was just like, I don't want to get involved in that. I'm busy. It's just kind of weird, but that's how people sometimes they react to like comic books and stuff.
Right.
Now the reaction is still not to make your stuff so watered down that in trying to get a normal audience, they start putting in things that normies care about, like CNN and whatever,
Right.
and all that stuff, and throwing in your comic books. Anyway,
All right. So here we got Alpha Proto himself. He's got some Mario art up in here.
oh nice, it's the
Dun, dun,
Mario
dun,
crew.
dun, 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 dun.
Mario's running away from all his enemies right now.
You know what's
Freaked
sad?
out.
That I don't know all their names. I feel like I used to have a better grasp on all of their names before.
Even the clouds are after him.
They're coming.
That's cool, man. Very, very cool. Alpha Proto showing a page right now.
He said, for practice, does anyone else redraw other people's comic pages in their own style? This is, you know, that's probably good practice. I'm not even gonna lie. I never thought about that. If you do it for yourself. Oh, we got a Dragon Ball page. Oh, this is pretty cool. Look at that line art. You know, one day I always like, yo, I'm gonna draw Krillin, but I don't think I can not draw Krillin without a nose. Or I will have to draw him with a nose. Like I can't do. Like
You get a point.
And he's got another one. What's this? Rival Schools? Looks like it.
Oh, cool. Look at this.
Man, I remember Rival Schools. Rival Schools was dope.
This is an original page by Alpha Proto. Hello?
Yeah. I think hold on. Let's read it right here. The Rival Schools was lettered in Eclipse Studio Paint. Ah, yes. Eclipse Studio Paint is hard to letter, by the way. I freaking but anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. Said, but the word balloons were drawn onto the page. I heard manga artists draw the word balloons on their pages so they don't have to waste time drawing things that should be behind them. Huh. I don't know if I would ever employ that tactic, but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, any others?
Is this also yours, Alpha? So I was not a fan of the artist he chose to draw the title, Corey Lewis. I guess that's an example of the original artist of
Oh, okay.
Rival Schools. Here we have Nightmare with his yo. You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember the Street Fighter Alpha anime? They had that one doctor
Yeah.
dude, the scientist dude that like went crazy. This kind of reminds me of. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good.
It's hulking.
Hulking up.
This is how community knows hulks over a tweet that's misinformed. We got Alpha Proto.
Oh yeah, you've been busy in this Discord. That's good.
Yeah, man.
Look at
this
this.
is cool stuff. That's good. I did a drawing some actual paper, practicing my comic style with some head drawings. There you go.
Nice.
I respect I respect the respect to the you know what I'm saying, the shape up.
Yeah, Sean is very much about the shape up, especially on black characters, that they get their hair lined up correctly by a proper barber.
Right. Preferably Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Dominican barber. If you can't find a Dominican, then your next best bet is to find a Jamaican. That only counts in New York. I don't know about other states. I'm just,
Yes, check your local listings.
this is Damage. I guess, drawing some of his characters right here.
Wow, there you go.
You know, man,
Yeah.
super color job over here.
Super colored. Look at that.
Man, I
It's
got
like
the.
the cat people. I'm digging it.
This was some work in progress you got going on. Man, got a lot of digital painting going on.
Digital painting is hard, bro. It takes a while.
Hold on, sorry. I just had to peep this up for a second. Massive Panda said, "I like Alpha, but I'm not sure how I feel about Alpha Generation." No, no, no. We don't talk about Alpha Generations on here, though. Like Alpha Generations was trash. Now the Alpha OVA was dope. Alpha Generations killed me. I don't know what they were doing. Mufas here. He's got. This is going. Oh, he's drawing. It's a work in progress. Since it's going to be
Looks
an angel. Pretty cool. We got a character design. Oh, look at this. Damage. It says a cyberpunk gnome.
That's what's up.
That's pretty
That's
dope.
cool.
Who's on
I like that.
cyberpunk gnome, and he got like some kind of like, I guess, like saber axe. I like that.
Yeah. I have a character in red for upcoming issues. He has an axe too, but it doesn't look like this. This looks cool. I like this one though. It's like some kind of energy
Right.
formed into the shape of a blade handle. I mean the blade. That's kind of cool, man.
You know what's
All
funny?
right.
I would have more
Yeah.
fun if I. Oh, look at Mufa. He's doing.
Yeah, doing animation. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm having trouble forming my mind around energy weapons. Like, how do they stay in the shape that they're supposed to? But they look so
That's
cool.
true.
They look so cool that I'm like, I don't know why I should care about that. Like Mega
Right.
Man X is doing it. Mega Man Zero rather. And, you know.
Correct.
Brina says messing around with colorblind synopsis. I mean, it's a synopsis, so I guess we'll leave that one to the readers. If y'all want to go to Discord and read the synopsis, give
Right.
Brina a read.
Go in the link in the description. You can see our Discord.
Brina, by the way, I'm about to start like retweeting you for like other for people to say, like, you know, if you want commissions, go here, because she did so I don't know. It's probably in the Discord as a matter of fact. So let's scroll down. This is Mufa. More progress on the angel. Cool. This is, what is this? Reposting these. Reposting because I like these. Look at all this. That is Brina just taught me something. It's an interesting way to color ice. I don't have ice in my issue of like Metal Legion, but like this is for the outline with the white and then the different blues on a sharp. Yeah. So thank you, Brina, for letting me know how I should do ice. Look at the fire.
Internet. Aaron. Okay, this is cool. This is like spec work for maybe real work. I'm not sure.
Right.
For I guess internet influencers. It looks good. Look at this.
We need to do
Yeah, it
nothing.
says Internet City merch unofficial. My Endeavor collection. That's what's up.
Pretty freaking dope. She got a YouTube. By the way, y'all follow her YouTube, by the way. More from Damage. Playing the violin.
Wow. This is like some real deal Holyfield
Damage
professional art right here.
Damage be painting. Like
Yeah,
just
this man is rendering. His iPad is steaming right now from the heat levels
right.
from his painting right now.
Nightmare
It is
got
incredible.
some Spider-Man going on. You got Spider-Punk here, Miles, and Mr. Miguel. Who, by the way, so I don't know too much about Miguel, but I found out that Miguel technically is not a Spider-Man from
Yes.
from origin, because he wasn't bit by a radioactive spider. He apparently has spider DNA, and that gives him the strength. So I guess he doesn't have spider sense, and he can't climb up the wall. He just like claws his way up, and his strength comes from I guess the DNA, which I learned
Right.
like recently. I'm like, oh, okay.
True.
All right, this was more of a happy with this commission. Oh, this is the complete version.
Ah.
Bro is painting. Bro is painting. This is what I saw earlier that I saw Brina doing, and I was like, all right, this is fire.
This is cool. Who are these characters? I'm kind of a
Let's
boomer, so I don't know.
another commission I did for Internet
I'm
Era.
not a boomer, but I'm boomer. I'm boomer in spirit. Like
The boomer,
soul.
boomer adjacent.
Boomer adjacent, boomer ally. I don't know what they call
Yeah, but this angle
it.
is crazy right here.
That's hot. That's cool. It reminds me of something that would be like in a source book for one of those Square
Right.
games.
Brina's
On the left is Dooku from My Hero Academia, and on the right is a
I
Gone from Hunter X Hunter.
Oh, okay. I was figuring that was Deku, but I couldn't. I didn't want to guess.
That's what's up.
Dopeness, dopeness. What do we got here? Oh, look who it is! It's Mr. Crisis, the tech support. Oh, my man got the Doom. He got the Doom Slayer armor on.
And he got a
Yo,
big giant gun and a
listen.
sword. He is ready for battle.
I'm gonna give massive credit to this man because the Doomslayer's armor is so ridiculously intricate. I tried twice to draw this dude, bro.
Is this a commission
Um
of this guy? Is that what he looks like without the helmet on, or
no
is
no
that
no
like
no no no.
some guy's head?
Said it's designed for the shirt.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's modeling it the head after himself, but yeah, the Doomslayer has like a short hairdo. But that's definitely the Doomslayer's weaponry and a suit. Difficult as heck to draw. Oh, and that's it. That is the end of the showcase.
Yeah. And Master Panda says, I feel I've been developing a comp for years now and had this whole game plan. Once all the crowdfunding popped off, I realized I need to come with a new game plan.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, it's tough. I think there was some comment about digital comics too
Yeah, earlier, but
earlier.
he had the
Scroll back a little bit on there, like on the
oh, let's
top
see.
chat. Yeah, can you go up on that?
It was like near the beginning. Let me see.
I don't think it's that far up, but
Yeah, it's look, it's over here. It was a lot of comments here.
well, anyway, it made me think about like, can
Right here.
digital work? Yeah, do you think digital comics are on the rise or in decline? In fact, if you highlight that, it'll show up.
That's a big I guess that's a big
If not,
discussion.
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that is a big discussion because I would assume that digital would be perfect. I'm not sure why digital comics never really popped off like they should have,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the same comic as print and you get it immediately. And I think people now are more tech savvy than when they first dropped,
Right.
because it was like you got to get a reader and you have to it had the digital rights management on it, and I can't put it on my other device or else they're gonna lock me out. And so it was like confusing in the beginning, but I think people pretty much know how to like work an app and work the phone and all this.
Right.
And the thing about the crowdfunding took over, and it's like print copies were back in vogue, so it kind of like put the digital portion in the back burner.
Right.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure really. Like I think like digital comics, people also didn't like the fact that if you put out a digital comic, it's easier to pirate because everyone's just gonna share the file. So maybe that made like artists maybe not want to like mess with digital, and No one really saw how much it was selling on Comixology anyway. They always hide those numbers.